This is a question for both of y'all. Who has been somebody, because we're talking about collaboration and things like that, who's been somebody that has been a teammate of yours that you kind of almost didn't even have to speak and y'all understood each other's game and you were like, oh, you're going to be a great teammate. We're going to, this two-man game is going to work. You know what I mean? Who was that and how did it work?
I think out of all the teammates, it would have to be, I would say, it would have to be J.R. Smith and Kenyon Martin, because that's who I was on my team for the longest of all of our years. We was in Denver, we was here in New York. So we spent a lot of time together to the point where it's like, I don't even have to look at you and you know what type of mode I'm in. You know what I'm about to do. You know, like you see it ahead of time, right? But that's also spending time with each other. Off the court, hanging out, you know, camaraderie over the years, but like going through shit together. Seeing who really is what, seeing who's really there for you. You know, it's a lot of shit that we go through behind the scenes that people don't know. So day to day, you know, so who's supporting that, right? Who's there with you, JR, when you're going through your shit? Not in the gym, but at the crib. Who's coming to the crib? Who's telling you to come to their crib? Let's figure this out, K-Mar, whatever you, like, it's like, that was the energy. So I'll say over my 19 years, those were probably the two guys that, because they was on the team with me for the longest.
Issa, who is your Swish and Kmart?
I mean, they're one of them is for sure Prentice Penny, who showran.
Oh shit! Shout out to Prentice Penny.
Shout out to Prentice, who was the showrunner for Insecure. Like he was, I think I recognized later, and like even though we worked so closely together, and he was a showrunner, and we were partners on the project, like that he was a great mentor to me too. And ego is the thing. We're talking about validation. Like it takes a lot as a vet, or even as someone who's appeared to be like, yeah, you're doing your thing. Like to acknowledge you, to stamp you. Hard. And he was very egoless throughout the process. And there's so many horror stories about, if you get assigned a showrunner, they might steer the vision because you're a newbie and you don't really know what you're doing, and they take that as their opportunity to like, this is my stamp, this is about to be my shit. And he was always very much like, this is your show, and I'm gonna guide you, and I'm here as a resource, and I'm gonna make sure that you're good and the story that you want to get told is told. And then maybe lesser known, there's another girl that I went to college with who we didn't interact at the same time. We were, she was a year older, and when I started doing my web series, Awkward Black Girl, one of my other producer friends was like, you should bring in a writer's room. And I was like, writer's room, I do this shit myself. Like, I do what I need a writer's room for? She was like, no, you should consider like one of the girls that we went to college with. She's like studying writing. And then she brought in another girl from UCLA. But that girl, her name is Amy Aniobi, and she's a director, producer, all these things now. But she followed me from Misadventures of Awkward Black Girl. I got to bring her on to Insecure. And she's one of those people that can just seamlessly write my voice and be hilarious. And she just has a second nature of just being brilliant and like understanding TV. And she's been such an influential part of my journey. And she's like kind of an unsung hero. Even I get credited for this quote that I said, like it network across. And like that went viral and people cut off. Like I was listening to a podcast that she was featured in and she was talking about that exact same thing. And I was like, so in that clip that everybody uses, I literally say, I was listening to my girl, Amy Aniobi, and she was talking about networking cross, but they cut that off. So she was like, bitch, you stole my shit. And
he was just like, best wishes, wow.
But yeah, she's another unsung hero that I would say is like a seamless partner. But I love that question.